The BBB cannot be used as a legitimate marker in this situation, as it is a private organization that gives one the option to pay to remove bad reviews.
Have you heard anything about that? I had my news team on this all day.
No.
And they could not find anything of the sort.
I've never heard of that. In fact, that would be an illegal activity.
Clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just
I hope you get AIDS, Tommy C!
Keeps ticking like a metronome, and
Get AIDS!
keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep
I would love to see Tommy C get AIDS! AIDS, you know!
Clock keeps ticking like a metronome.
What my mother has!
Keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me.
Hey, Andy Warsky, I got AIDS!
From
your mama! Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is Smoke Bad Ass. You broadcasting the Domeland, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tommy C. This is Shot from the Point, and I got AIDS! Andy Warsky, the homeless guy at the fucking train station. Fuck you, kids! Yeah. I hope you die and get hit by a train.
Petulant children.
Yeah.
I don't know. If he gets about 5 more shout-outs, maybe he'll only lose 10 subscribers.
We really can't be making fun of people losing subs, but if it's Andy, fuck it. Let's be a good show, I think.
Even Drummer got a boost from Keemstar.
Yeah, he took advantage of it at least, right? Oh, for fuck's sake.
This episode of Shot for the Point is brought to you by the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation.
Yes. Hope we get AIDS. That was funny.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I just opened Black Ops 4.
What, I can't make fun of AIDS because you're gay? Fuck off. What's the matter?
No. I've turned, like, the update on Black Ops 4 finished, and all the fucking modes are locked. I can't it. Fuck this.
I don't know what's more shocking. The modes are locked or a gay guy likes Call of Duty just as much as you. I can't figure that. I don't know.
Does that confirm it's gay ops?
Yeah. Today we're going to...
Versts isn't on tonight, so Tobes had to be the one playing video games.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Rags finally got his ball back, and
they're not even open. Okay.
Listen, Gamer J. Lee did. He said Rags went back at TRO. He made a disappearing act. That'd be interesting to watch. I respect Rags. No, because he's not a communist like you.
No, I've never liked drugs. Even when I was a skeptic, I didn't like drugs.
No, you're a commie. You were much farther left when I met you.
Gamer J. Lee did a really good interview with fucking Tipster.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta check that out. Gamer J. Lee did do a good job. All right, today we're gonna open the phones. We're gonna have like a little short discussion, and then we're gonna fuck off. I think enough serious. We had, of course, and big shout out to Leora Lesser, attorney at law, Stanford graduate, top 2 to 3 universities on the planet. But Keemstar knows more. Yeah, him. Yeah, he came on and probably did $1,000 worth of free fucking work answering those questions. Yeah. This guy gets like $200 to answer your fucking gay ass question, and he was kind enough to go on and come on here for nothing. And basically, because look. Betterhelp's a fucking problem, and I hope they go away. I mean, Jesus. Because if there is a service, like Michael Phelps supports a service like Betterhelp. He's a sponsor for it. It's almost identical business model, and I don't even think it has as good as ratings. So if people are going to get help from that, and Boogie cut himself off, but he said, what did he say? I will never say that they didn't help me. But I'm not going to put them on my fucking YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I'm Boogie ain't gonna run your commercial.
That's all about how good your counselor was. If your counselor was shit, you had a bad time. If your counselor was good, you had a good time. If he was a pedophile, then call the police.
Yeah. No, BetterHelp is awful. I don't recommend it. But I think the point is, because everybody's in a tribe, right? No one can actually look at this thing objectively. And the truth is, everybody's fucking this up. And they're doing it for their own fucking agendas. I don't care what happens to Philly D. And if you listen to a podcast called The Nigerian Prince of YouTube, you can see how hard I was on Defranco Elite, and I haven't changed my decision or my position on that. And I hope if anything comes out of this BetterHelp situation, I hope people that subscribe to Defranco Elite find out they're not getting their money's worth if they put it in for a news network. I think that's abundantly clear. Leor Lesser said, this is illegal. You can't just use donations however you see fit. But he also said, there's got to be a complaint. So let me go over.
That reminds me of?
This guy
reminds me of fucking Wings of Redemption when he goes, yeah, I got donations to do the stomach surgery, but I left it up. I left it open so that if I needed a pickup truck or something, I could use a couple of donations for that. So don't tell me I'm scamming nobody.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go to Memeology. Here he is.
Honestly, like, if anything comes out of anything that happens on YouTube, if Tommy C gets AIDS, I'd be so happy. I hope he's raped and gets AIDS. I hope Tommy C.
Here's the thing. I don't do heroin, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Check out Baked Alaska, genius.
Oh, my God.
Fucking trips in an alleyway on a fucking syringe.
Old fucking Andy Marcy getting those parting shots in. See you soon, Andy. Tell you what, Andy. I hope you don't OD. Okay, I just want you to know that so I can be. I hope you don't OD, Andy.
Switch to G Fuel. I hear it's a really good alternative.
Yeah. Well,
I hope the next girl you're with, you remember to fucking tell her you're gonna pull the condom off, Andy.
All right. So, I've got another lesson in. No matter how many times you say the same thing, people don't understand and they only hear what they want. I pretty much the same thing as the opening.
Pockets of the internet, there could just be overwhelmingly bad reviews. But if you search, and I searched again this morning, if you search Betterhelp reviews, first one that pops up has 287 reviews, 4.2 rating. eCounseling.com, 90 reviews, 3.9 rating. Trustpilot, 7.3. Additionally, on the Better
But they're private companies, so they don't count.
Business Bureau website, it has a customer rating of 4.4 stars, and it actually has a Better Business Bureau rating of A+.
The BBB cannot be used as a legitimate marker in this situation, as it is a private organization that gives one the option to pay to remove bad reviews.
I have to put this in because I'm more responsible than Memeology. The BBB has denied this publicly because we sent it to them last night and they denied it publicly. We tweeted it on the Shot from the Point timeline, and of course we had somebody that he's got a degree in business, degree in law. I mean, one of the most prestigious law universities. Still not enough. You heard anything about that? I had my news team on this all day.
No,
and they could not find anything
I've
of the
never
sort.
heard of that. In fact, that would be an illegal activity.
Yeah. Here's another thing. Fuck Betterhelp. You got a much bigger scandal here with the.
There are currently laws going through Washington, and there have been cases you are absolutely not allowed to play with the reviews.
And one of these people was actually the Better Business World, where they got checked. Here's another problem. As
online, just people complaining. And of course, like with any service, there are going to be bad reviews. If you search Betterhelp reviews,
Betterhelp's reviews, right? And I don't go to this company. They're a fucking mess, and they're going to be out of business real soon. Maybe deservingly slow for their ankle boxer. Do not go there. I mean that. I couldn't mean that. I'm not just saying that shit. I mean it. Don't go there. You need help. Check the one with Michael Phelps is doing. All right? I don't know. He got face-to-face counseling, and now he's getting a paycheck for that. If you look at these reviews that are not Better Business Bureau, they're all about the same as the Better Business Bureaus. So nobody has, like, if you just say, oh, you can't do that because the Better Business Bureau was in a scandal, that's not an argument. You have to prove.
BBB cannot be used as a legitimate marker in this situation, as it is a private organization that gives one the option to pay to remove bad reviews.
You got to prove that. That's the accusation. Pay to remove views. See, I think what's happened to this kid, Memeology, and by the way, I'm not going to totally come down on it, but it's obvious that somebody's paying his bills. It's obvious that he's a teenager. And you know what? I think what happened is he got real hot. People are noticing what he's doing. And maybe he's done mostly a good job, right? But he's gotten tunnel vision. And he can't be wrong. This is the first response he makes to me. Most review sites are private organization. You could pay to remove bad reviews. Okay, here's the problem with that. You have to prove that. I have a fucking accredited lawyer. Unless you could prove he's full of shit. And good luck doing that. You probably end up in court, right? Unless you could prove he's full of shit. You haven't proved anything. You haven't proved a case. Here's another one. Then they send me Terror Group. This is what discounts Lior's argument. Okay, or Lior's statement, really. Apparently, the Better Business Bureau got trolled big time, where they gave a rating to where they gave an F rating to Starbucks and fucking A+ to Hamas, the terrorist organization. All right, certainly that's not good for things, but this doesn't prove your claim that you can remove reviews. All right, and not to mention the fact, if you could prove that, right, you have a much bigger scandal here. That's a crime. It's a crime. So, you say, well, they paid to get an A+ view, or they paid. No, you said remove. Remove. And what about all the other consumer report, the consumer protection groups that have us fundamentally the same rating? Are you going to say, oh, they're just private organizations, so you can't count anything because it doesn't fit my narrative, that there's more negative reviews than positive reviews? Here's the facts, right? And I'm saying, don't go to Betterhelp. As it currently stands, you cannot prove that there are more negative reviews than positive reviews. Even the guy that turned it down, Boogie, said, well, they did help me, but I'm just taking the shit down because I don't want to take heat. You know why he doesn't want to take heat? Because this has turned into a witch hunt. I don't like witch hunts. Keep it in perspective. And on top of this, Keemstar aired the same fucking thing on Drama Alert. And I think it's got close to 1 million views now. Not my fucking problem. But so far, this isn't true. And here's this guy, Vexed. Shamed by government. Aided Ray Better Business Viewer, CNN. And by the way, Kat, if you need to come in and clarify anything with this, feel free, because she did the research. CNN find money investigation. Okay, they were under investigation. All right, they're under investigation. Do you have the proof that they take down views? Because the investigation has nothing to do with them taking down views. It has actually given them, it has something to do with increasing their views, not taking down bad reviews. The BBC itself, here's what he writes, is under scrutiny right now and it's under several lawsuits. This is why I knew he was a child. Because all companies have 1,000 lawsuits going on at all times. Any AAA. And you wouldn't know that if you never in the business sector. Right? What were these lawsuits? Somebody who's making Consumer Reports, who is one of the most respected consumer protection agencies or groups in the United States, all right? They constantly are in lawsuits. They're constantly in courtroom. They have entire wings of lawyers, like most companies that don't have anything to do with this business of rating products. Well, they're under scrutiny right now. They have several lawsuits. That's not an argument. That's pointing out something obvious. And you didn't, again, with this statement right here, you didn't prove that they remove anything. I've been posting links to complaints against the BBC. Well, I'm sure the BBB. Well, guess what? I'm sure they have tons of complaints. I'm sure they have complaints from fucking companies that don't like their rating. That means they're probably more than likely doing their job. And again, you only explain. Let's take the BBB out of. Let's say you're right. They just made it up. They made up Better Health's rating. Let's pretend. Okay, I'm going to give you that. What about all the other ones? And they fundamentally look like the same rating as the BBB. You have proved nothing. Nothing. And actually, this is defamation. Here's what I think happened. I think you heard this or misunderstood it. You had that guy read it aloud. And now, because you're on a roll right now, you got YouTube tunnel vision. And you're doubling down on something that could just be easily removed. You didn't say it correctly. So now you're doubling and tripling down. That's unbelievable. Unbelievably stupid.
Okay, so
what do you got? Didn't they send it? Most of this stuff happened in 2010 too, and it's been corrected. Is that right?
Yeah, in 2010, that's when there was a kind of like an investigation into them by journalists, and once this came out, it was changed. They changed the way they do their the grading system, which that kind of goes back into.
Is there any evidence that they did not change it and they're allowing removing reviews?
No.
Currently,
there's no evidence either way.
Is there any evidence that Better Health had paid to remove reviews?
No.
So we're just trying to discredit this for the sake of discrediting it.
It's Betterhelp.
Better Health, whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, and They keep referencing that 2020 episode that was done in
2010.
Right, and I watched the whole thing all the way through.
Let me ask you something. In that 2020 episode, did it say anything about BetterHelp removing views?
No.
No, it doesn't. I don't understand. See, this is the problem. This is schools letting us down. To them, that's critical thinking. Oh, 10 years ago they had an investigation. Therefore, BetterHelp is paying to remove views. No, you got to prove that. You got to prove that BetterHelp is removing views. And even if you're right, only one of these consumer agencies is discredited. What about the other 5? They're private companies? Go on.
Yep. There was only one instance of that even happening in that whole episode, and that wasn't even the reason why the lady had called. She called because she had like a C rating, or it was either a C or a D, and she wanted to know, how do I boost my rating? Like, what do I do? I have so many positive reviews, and I have one complaint, and yet my grade is bad. I don't understand. So they told her,
you got to sign up,
become a member.
Okay. And that's a crime. Did they mention in the 2020 episode if it was a crime or not?
No.
No. Was there a government investigation?
I would assume so, since they had to change their practices.
2020 episode didn't mention that.
Off the top of my head, not that I recall.
No,
in my notes,
still,
even this is why they're trying to change things, and there's legislation going around currently. In Congress and stuff like that too.
That's another thing.
It's
not impossible that it wasn't illegal then.
We
don't know that for a fact. But see, that's the difference between me and Memeology. I don't know that for a fact because I'm not going to stake it. I'm not going to bank on it.
Like, where I think they got this from is that I've seen several articles about the whole rating system. They used to have it where it was you're graded based on 16 points, and then they had a 17th. And that 17th was whether or not you were
on there.
A paying member of the BBB.
Can you currently do that?
No.
So you got to prove they're fucking things up now, not shit from 8 years ago. And like again,
they fucked up 8 years ago, so BetterHelp's a scam and Phil DeFranco's an asshole. Thank you so much.
That's how they think. But you know what? That's how they think. That you're not even strawmanning them. That's what they think. This is critical thinking. I had to write this guy one. You forgot one thing. Take down the bad reviews, like you said in the video, right? He responded again. Yes, they did. Good for them. That does not change the fact that you got caught falsifying information. And then he writes me back, go to consumeraffairs.com, online, which we did, right? Be careful of saying I've been falsifying information. Bring it, right? There's countless proof of people having to pay to get an A to an A minus, or an A. I mean, an A plus from an A minus. That's what he means. We just mentioned that. We're aware of that. That's not what it said in your video. Take down bad reviews. That's what you said. So you're sitting there putting this out, and that doesn't mean you can take down bad reviews. Here's what I'm saying, okay? I don't think you lied to begin with, but you are definitely spreading false information. Definitely, all right? And I think what happened is you know it, so you send me this article about them going from an A minus to an A plus, and to be an A plus, you got to be a member, which is a problem, which is now they no longer do. That doesn't clear it up. So I am saying, not only are you falsifying information, now I think you're lying and you know it. So sue me. I'll see you in Frankfurt.
If this guy had a fucking time machine, dude, he could blow this whole story wide open.
You imagine that? You're fucking this up. You fucked this up, all right? That's just, and to be fair, I'm glad you've done what you've done, because I would hate for YouTube patrons, people to go to Boogie, to go to a service like this. In that sense, you're right. But guess what? When you enter the fray, young man, you can get criticized, like I can or anybody else. And when you double down on stuff just to protect your ego, I can call you a liar. And I think you're lying.
And that's what happens when somebody makes a video about something like this, gets about 1 million fucking hits, and everyone goes, oh shit, here comes the bandwagon, gotta get my video out as quick as possible, and then wait a minute, I didn't research enough.
Yeah.
That's what really happens.
Bingo. And what does Keemstar do? Doesn't call a lawyer. Doesn't check with anybody. He runs it on drama.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him.
Yo, if that one didn't get Philly, this one's gonna get Philly. Am I right?
God, I mean,
am I the best news source yet?
I saw Quartering taking a bunch of shit, and he's basically somewhat saying the same thing I was. I mean, because, I don't know, Quartering's a grown-up, and he takes care of himself and pays his own bills and shit. He's like, look, there's a problem here. But, you guys are stretching this way too far. This is not the biggest scandal in YouTube history. This was made to be the biggest scandal in YouTube history. This isn't as big as CSGO. But Phil DeFranco's connected to it. And there's a desperate attempt to take down Phil DeFranco. Notice they're not going after.
He turns into like Daniel Feinstein. At the moment, there nothing that he's doing is working. He just goes straight to cheating. Like it's so fucking.
Yeah, it's straight to cheating. Yeah, exactly. It's not. It's not. It's.
I never said that in my life.
Countless proof. Countless proof. Can you count to one? Show me the proof that they're taking down ratings. Countless proof. Show me one. One. Anything.
Yeah, Willie's right. This is the equivalent of H3's mobile game. that is the fucking impact this should have had on the platform.
Here's another thing. And Betterhelp is
I don't think he's kidding.
Betterhelp's a fucking mess. Colossal found it. So proving one. The BetterHelp testimonies was from an actor. It was practically inaudible, but here's the link to the Fiverr profile. You'll probably recognize him from Booty Pie's video. And what do we have, Kat? Did they remove the testimonials? All right, but it's not criminal, but it's don't go there. Don't go there.
It's shady.
It's shady. I definitely is shady. The only thing I was never ever trying to tell you to use this product. I'm not in Phil DeFranco's corner. I tell you something. If I have an agenda, I would love to either see DeFranco Elite investigated or taken down because I think he's ripping people off. I do. So if I have one agenda, that's it. And I can prove it because I was screaming about it last September. And that was after I'd done a Catch 33 episode and defended him. When he did not live up to his promise, I called him out. That's being honest. Not fucking hang. And that's a good thing, Memeology. I was wrong about something, and I came clean. All you had to do is probably take down the video and re-upload it. Probably got more hits, too, considering the things taking out, the things gathering more steam all the time. So just doubling and tripling down, you're literally strawmanning me. I asked you for A, and you kept on showing me B. And saying B is proof. No, you need to show me A. Just make it that simple. No. And Keemstar ran it. Some kid who's probably doesn't have this is not an insult. He does not have a great command of language. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He probably doesn't know anything about American law. Thinks he knows law more than an accredited lawyer. And one of the real big problems I have with this, and it's personal, I guess, the problem in YouTube, because it's so small, whatever Keemstar says is truth, even when it's not. And he doesn't care. He has sent us stuff in our chat. They said, you know what? You're right. There's nothing you can do anyway. I'm tired of that.
Tommy, you gotta be full of shit here. Can you believe Phil DeFranco cheated on his wife? Okay, if he cheated on his wife, then obviously this is a scam.
Yeah, I wonder who leaked that. Sounded like Chad in the video. Everybody's thinking it's Nina, but I think it's Chad. I think that's the guy who called. That's unbelievable.
Was that not public? I heard it once and I thought it was Chad.
I was joking. It's Chad.
No, I genuinely thought that was Chad.
That's
calling.
Chad. It's Chad.
Bad.
It's Chad. He made the call.
No.
We don't know for a fact who he called. I reached out to Chad to ask him if the person he called knew they were being recorded or if it was on a live stream, and he would not respond. But he did see it because he did initially respond to another question I made, which I will keep private. But I reached out for him for comment, and he declined to comment. Take that as you want to take it. And if Chad says that didn't happen, Chad, I've dropped your DMs before. Oof. It's not a problem. Jesus. I hope you get AIDS. So, look. So we got Keemstar, Betterhelp. Keemstar's running bullshit. Betterhelp is just a mess and needs to go. DeFranco, I tell you something. If Keemstar really wanted to start a charge, Start convincing the people they're paying for Defranco Elite. Tell them they're not getting what they're paying for. And what Defranco is doing is completely legal. But unless you stand up to Defranco and go to the FTC, then nothing's going to change. That would have been a much smarter move, right?
I think the smartest move would be Keemstar making an entire news network before Philly D's gets us off the ground.
That would be fun.
I think that would be the king of irony.
That would be, you know what? And I would tip my hat to that shit.
That's gonna happen.
Hey Phil, I did it in 2 weeks.
Chad, if you want to tell me to do a frame-by-frame commentary, analyst of Greg Paul filling that girl in a sex tape, I do want to do that, but unfortunately, the rules of YouTube don't allow me.
That one's going to be on Shot from the Pornhub.
Coming at you.
JP coming at
The
you.
new account, Shot from the Pornhub, is going to be covering all of that.
Shout from the Skin Hub. Excuse me. Hey, go both ways, because Skin Hub, I can report this. Skin Hub's in some trouble too. I'm getting reports in my thing that Skin Hub, you run it. It's almost like the natural healthy meth situation. I mean CBD. You're running that shit. People's channels are disappearing. Is that Keem's fault if that goes down? Because by Keem's logic, it is the way he's going after Defranco.
Yeah, he found this cool new website.
That was also ran by the CS:GO Wild guy.
I don't know that Skin Hub's a scam.
I don't know anything about Skin Hub, but it's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
The evidence that I'm seeing, I'm leaning towards yes.
I don't think. Yeah, you can say you think it, but you can't say it is.
That's my speculation.
Okay. See that? That's called being careful, being smart.
That's how you avoid AIDS.
Yes. Foreign concepts to Keemstar.
Yes. So that's really it. I want to take calls. I'll take a lot of calls if you want.
And we have nobody.
Nobody in there. Because we're just so scary entertaining. But everybody's fucking this up. Don't get involved with the witch hunt. Do your own fucking research. Hey, and please, by all means, I would love to report that the BBB is fucking changing ratings. Would love to. Please, give it to me. It doesn't even change anything. Oh, they were doing it, Tommy. Great. It's a much better
scandal. That's what I've been saying for the last couple of days. Everybody says Phil DeFranco is fucking required to know everything about the people he's sponsoring. Well, if Dollar Shave Club slaughtered 15 people, I don't think Jack's Films would come under fire about it because they weren't aware of who they were working with. So I'm just saying, it's a fucking false.
Oh, it's so obvious. Fucking everybody's got their own agenda. Hell, I'll be honest with you. I got mine. My agenda is Keemstar can't chase every fucking sponsor off the thing because he can use it as look. The Beta Podcast is just a weapon to get even with enemies, and this whole scandal is a way to get even with enemies. I've been telling you this for years. We're a small community. At least look. I'm not a journalist, but I do my best. I try to give it to you straight. You know, I mean, the fact that he can call in and say you're tinfoil and you make stuff up and not show a single example, the fact that you could say they're removing reviews and not show a single example, the fact that he could say anything about anybody and not show a single example. The fact that the Face Banks thing rolled last year and he was basically getting all his information with Banks. Banks was using Kavos. We have some evidence of that, by the way. I got DM evidence of that right away. And here's what I did. Here's how I handled it. And I'm not a journalist. I got a hold of a cop. I had a source in the courtroom. And I talked to a lawyer. That's how I handled Face Banks. What we told you Face Banks thing would happen, right? Before we got in a war with him, that he was going to probably have to settle. He was not the good guy he was pretending to be. What did it turn into? Banks tried to intimidate me. Didn't work. And he still ended up paying out. If you watch those, you'll start seeing them again because they don't have a year. You'll start seeing the Face Banks drama alerts. They're like, Banks has got a big lawsuit. He's going to take Barley House down. No, it was the other way around, and we told you the way it would go. Because we call adults. We check with people who know. And this is a fucking goof. This show is a complete fucking goof. I don't get it.
We did more research on YouTube TMZ.
What?
Tommy, check the chat for a second. The SFTP chat. It was a quick job, but I hope you enjoy it.
Yes. Got to take your hat off in the courtroom, bucko.
I just had to add his face to Dianne Feinstein. At this point, it's just the same thing. Really.
Oh man, I can't wait to the
Do
stream.
you mind if I pull up our first caller?
Yeah, go ahead.
And this episode of Shot from the Point is brought to you by Audible. If you want to hear some grade A audiobooks, you can hear them from this guy, Green Man.
Green Man, you're on here.
I didn't even say anything. I don't even get a chance.
But yeah,
I want my money back.
say something.
So, Tommy, can I ask you about Brett Kavanaugh?
Yeah, go. Open phones. I don't care. Yeah, open phones. Go ahead. What about?
So, like, do you think Brett Kavanaugh being appointed to the Supreme Court is a good or bad thing? Just your personal opinion.
Do I think it's a bad thing? No, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Rex Ruin. Hey
Well,
guys, I found out this cool new news channel called Shot for the Point. Don't know if it's a scam, but you should check it out. Rex Ruin with the big jokes.
Well, I just see Brett Kavanaugh, but like he's kind of against the Constitution. He doesn't like it.
I mean, I think it's a win for beer drinkers everywhere.
I'll make.
Do you love beer, Green Man? Do you love beer?
I'm gonna give.
Only when I'm raping people.
I'll give Nixon Tobes the votes. I don't think his ideas are outside the Constitution. I don't think they're very traditional conservative view of the Constitution. It's an almost literal interpretation in most cases. So no, I don't have a problem.
I'm Tommy.
If he's Republican, he's always right.
Yeah. No, I didn't say he was right. I didn't say he was right. Here's another thing you don't know because you're a camel humper. Here's another thing. Sometimes these guys flip on the Supreme Court. David Souter went on the court and became a liberal. It happens. These guys change. They have different philosophies, different ideologies. But as far as him getting on the Supreme Court, his ideas are not outside the mainstream. And I tell you something, you're going to see him cross party lines a lot more in the next 20 years than Kagan and those other two bimbos. Promise you, Sotomayor and
you know what?
And Ruth Ginsburg, who's going to drop dead any fucking day now, and then the rest of the Democratic Party.
Beat you up. Don't talk about Ginsburg.
Ginsburg never crosses.
If Sanders wins the next election, he'll die in office.
If you guys want to laugh, go to Washington D.C. and if you can get into Supreme Court, Billy, and you can watch Ruth Buzzy Ginsburg fall asleep. Every single fucking they literally wake her up. She doesn't write anything anymore. She has nothing to do with anything.
To get a therapist.
Oh, she's dude. Oh God, they literally wheel her around. I mean, she might as well be Darth Vader. I side with the Democrats.
What?
Ruth Ginsburg. She was an old fart when they put her on the court because they knew she was nice and stupid. The last thing I remember her saying publicly that she thought, what was it? She thought that the abortion was to trim the minority population. Was that it? Or she thought it had something, I forget. I shouldn't say that unless I know for sure. It was something, it was that, or it was like, she was making reference to eugenics. Thank you for the Patreon, the sport. Corey Rogers, thank you so much.
I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
That's all. Yeah, we usually don't get it during the show, but it is orange. I programmed it that way. All right, do you have anything else to say? If I don't know if I understand it, but
can I ask you about Keemstar? Why do you think Keemstar's so obsessed with Defranco?
I think he just wants to. The same reason. I'm going to give you the same reason. It's not even competitors.
But they don't do the same
when
stuff.
he feels he's been wronged.
Look.
Fucking Dawson was in this too, but Dawson's on Keem's good list. Defranco isn't. It's just that simple. You know, H3 this time last year, just if H3 got the biggest break out of everybody from the Keemstar wrath because something new came along. Whatever. He's not trying to get to the bottom of things. He's not trying to do it. He's not trying to tell you, all you people think that H3H is a good person, but he's really a bad person, just like me. I swear to God. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's not that simple. It's not that black and white. It's not that black and white. All right. Bye, Green Man.
Bye.
All right. Who should we put in next?
I don't know.
Nick DeOrio. Nick DeOrio, you're on the air. Nick DeOrio? Well, check if your mic works. That's where you're going. I don't. Joe Falco, you're on the air? Joe Falco?
Flacco?
Falco?
Hey, yo, what's up?
What's up, man? What's on your mind? You can talk about anything. I don't care.
Okay, I need some wealth advice.
Love advice? Ugh. Go ahead. Make it quick.
Please.
Okay. So,
Please. Are you gay? Are you gay?
Nah.
Tobes, you lose.
Throw him out of here. Throw him out of here.
All right,
He's
go ahead.
obviously not impressed enough to get.
All right, no, we're just checking because all right, Joe Flacco, go ahead.
So let me talk. So my girlfriend has cancer. Yeah, she's about to die within like a month or two.
Stop it. Don't be joking around about that. What's the matter with you? That's not funny.
I'm not joking around though. Come on.
Are you serious?
Dude, I am serious. Are you trying to make me laugh about my girlfriend going to die soon, man?
Stop. First of all, I don't like these jokes. I don't like these jokes. So you're going to have to be deadly fucking serious with me. Why would you call me, of all fucking people, to talk about your dying girlfriend? I got Nick DeOrio here. Guy's an animal.
It's a comedy show.
Yeah.
Oh, but I was going to ask, what should I do to get over it? Or, like, should I hook up with a new bitch, like, right away? Or should I just, like, mourn like a little bitch?
Fuck out of here,
I don't know what to do.
Nobody ever deserved
I
it.
thought for a second that I was an asshole, but I'm so glad I'm not.
Okay, right.
You're an asshole, sir.
My advice, when you go to the funeral, that's the time to pick up bitches because they're going to feel real bad for you.
Be one of those funeral crashers.
Yeah.
It's okay. She told me on her last words were, "Please fuck my cousin."
And that's my way of doing charity.
Yeah.
God's work.
Let me ask you guys: if your girlfriend got like if you guys got married, except for Tobes, he doesn't know anything about women. But do you care if your wife has a boyfriend or husband after you if you die young? Does it bother you?
No.
Do you want her to stay faithful
Not
to you
really.
in death?
If I'm dead, I can't be cut.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much.
No, I'd be mad.
Really?
Tobes, you have an emotional connection.
No, I'm kidding. No, I won't be mad.
Well, you know, I started thinking about it when I went to Iraq, and I thought, well, I really
this bitch better stay single.
No, but you know what it is? I was head over heels for my ex-wife. I really I love my current wife now, but I was like in it like a teenage boy before I went to Iraq, and I couldn't stand the idea of her being unhappy trying to be faithful to me. That was a horrible feeling to me.
Oh my God.
That's how bad I was back then. I was saying.
No, I feel that right now.
Oh, really? You're in it.
Because my relationship is long distance.
I swear to God,
So-
if you drop dead just to fuck with you, I'll fuck the guy just to piss you off. Go console him. Not that I'm gay or anything. Yeah, just let him blow me. You know, just to get over on you.
No, you're nowhere.
Doc,
near
I think
the
we're gonna
type,
need
but-
some kind of sound effect there. That got really gay really quick.
Yeah, got some laughs.
No, it's so straight. I'm being so masculine. I'm gonna. Bugs.
It's National Mental Health Day. It's
Hold up.
Hey, everybody, look at the screen if you're allowed to look at the screen and won't be beaten by stones if you get caught. Everybody look at the screen. It's National Mental Health Day. Did you know that? DeOrio, I'm dead serious. You think I'm kidding?
Yeah.
All right. I think it's,
I saw somebody post
there's
it.
only one thing to do. Bugs. Or you can do the Warski version. I hope you die. Fuck you.
Bugs.
Fuck you. And fuck you too. I hope you get AIDS. Bugs. Anthony Williams.
I don't get that. Where is that from?
Oh, no, I seen homeless guys do that shit in New York, so. Bugs. I saw a guy in New Jersey Transit on the way to a Ranger game with my brother. He was scared. My brother's like looking real weird, and there's a guy looking at him. Smelly old homeless guy. He's going, bugs. What do you think about Greg Paul living in a fucking school bus? I think you should stay away from those kids.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing I saw was that Greg Paul turned a fucking school bus
There's
into a house.
so much going on right now. Yeah. Tommy is an afterlife homewrecker. Yeah. Wouldn't that be a thing? Is that like a fetish, like banging like broads, like that their husbands recently died, or something like that? I don't know.
Have you seen Ghost?
I don't know. Yeah, like Ghost. Thank you.
No, it's just when people die, they make pottery together. That's about it.
Yeah. Bugs in the chat. Jesus Christ. How could this stupid show fucking get more right than those douchebags with a million subs? I'll never know. All right, what else we got? You want to get it? If you want to call, we try to open it. We do this. I'll never know. Turn my stream off, rocket scientist.
You want to get it? If you want to call,
turn the stream off.
Turn my stream off, rocket scientist. What the fuck? You want to get it? If you want to call,
turn the stream off.
Turn my stream off, rocket scientist.
Right. Obviously, that guy. Memeology, everybody. That was Memeology. Memeology 101. Went to the 828 School of Research, you know.
Oh God.
The TYT School of Presenting Information.
Oh, Jesus. It is subtly amazing. Let's read the chat. Tommy, talk about the lawsuit that accuses Mean Girls of PA. Oh, I did hear about this. Did you guys hear about this?
What?
No.
There was we got a pretty much open day, so I mean, if you guys don't want to call, that's fine. There was these maybe I should pull the article up.
If you guys aren't gonna call in, don't show up at fucking 2:59, 3:59, expecting us to put you on.
Why won't Tommy take my call?
Yes.
Censorship.
This one's for. There's no such thing as fault. Let's see. 20 hours ago, Mean Girls falsely. This is pretty unbelievable.
I believe it.
Look, I'm not going to be like the SJWs. I'm not going to tell you that the false rape accusations are what do you call that? Like a plague or
they're few and far between.
They're probably few and far between. I've seen evidence to show some otherwise, but none of these
they're
statistics
increasing ridiculously at
this
point.
Oh, really?
Well,
they are increasing
becoming
ridiculously.
more of a problem.
That's coming from a commie. Ooh, look out. But I'm not saying this is an epidemic. Rape isn't an epidemic, and I'm sure if rape isn't an epidemic, there's more than likely false accusations of rape are not an epidemic either. As Twitchy reported, Kirsten Powder found her Twitter mentions inundated with links of stories of men who've been falsely accused of rape. She sarcastically posted that false rape accusations are so common that the GOP had to pull a fictional one from To Kill a Mockingbird. Actually, that was just a reference. What was the Mean Girls thing? All right, let's get to the actual heart of the issue. Several high school girls, dubbed Mean Girls, claimed a male student sexually assaulted them because they don't like him. Now the school district and district attorney are facing heat over the fact that neither of the young women were punished. That's something I do know about false rape accusations in the United States. They're almost never punished. Now the boys.
Now they're starting to punish.
I hope so.
Yeah, that one bitch that ruined that football player's life is doing some time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
his life's over, but I guess that's a consolation prize.
Yeah.
False rape accusations are not fetch. Okay.
That girl that accused the Blue Duke lacrosse team. I mean, she's doing life in prison because of murder, but she didn't do any time. She just was like publicly embarrassed for what she did. Now the boys' parents, Michael J. and Alicia Ford, are suing the parents of 5 girls in the Seneca Valley. I don't know. School district in Pennsylvania. I don't know what the fuck it is. Maybe Kat can help. I don't know where that is. Over the son's treatment. And they say a 26-page lawsuit where the son was forced to endure multiple court appearances, detention in a juvenile facility, detention at home, loss of liberty, and other damages until several of the girls reluctantly admitted the accusation was false. Even Sally Cohn had to admit a little prodding. It's possible to worry about your daughters and sons in the Me Too era. Yeah. Yeah, because the Me Too era seems to be, more people are talking up, but it's also a damn good time to make false rape allegations. And I guess the only thing I can say about this, I don't want to be like the SJWs. I don't want to sit there and tell you, everybody's going, heat me Tobes in the chat.
Fuck all of you.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you.
It's always the lefties.
Genuinely, fuck
It's
all
always,
of
you never see the Republicans going down with E2. It's always lefties like Tobes and fucking, and Kevin Spacey. You know, we really should do a Let's Play of that COD, that Let's Spacey game. That would be funny.
Oh, God.
Kid Gonzo says he's a former Betterhelp customer waiting in the call. He's the one that couldn't mute his stream.
Let's do it. What's his name?
That's Kid Gonzo, the one that couldn't mute the stream.
All right. Kid Gonzo. You kissed.
Jesus Christ! Mute the fucking stream.
There we go.
Oh.
Cons, Kid Gonzo, are you there? Are you former BetterHelp?
Yeah.
Good or bad?
I think some people might be a little too excited. I don't have anything like super juicy and scandalous.
All right. Do you work on Fiverr? All right, go ahead. Tell me how it went. Tell me how it went.
Oh, I mean, my first counselor was really annoying, but I canceled on him. No consequences. It was totally fine.
Damn, Phil DeFranco. Fuck you. Fuck you, Phil DeFranco.
We got him.
Go ahead.
And my second one was good at his job. I just fucking hate therapy, so I
know what you mean.
quit. But I honestly appreciated that it was cheaper than so many really expensive.
It's not cheap though.
It's not.
No, it is. Oh, Tommy, it
really?
genuinely is.
I've never.
You know, I gotta. You know, I tell you something. I don't think any of this therapy is really necessary. You should really, here's all you got to do. Stop being a bitch. All right? You don't need therapy. Just stop being a bitch. Stop quitting. Stop crying and go do something. I am never depressed. I'm never depressed.
Oh,
good
no.
for you. You're not mentally ill.
Yeah, I'm not. Isn't it great?
Full Nicole Arbor
Join
right
me.
now.
Join me. Listen to this, Tobes. Being not mentally ill, it's a state of mind. Get it?
I'm not even gonna.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure you're fucked up. I'm absolutely sure of it.
Jesus Christ, Tommy.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Go look. Well, I got to be honest with you,
it's
kid.
kind of funny that you say that.
Kid, I'm joking around. Obviously, look, I'm BetterHelp. I can't stand whatever your experience was, whatever Boogie's experience was. I can't stand. I can't stand by metal.
Are you telling me someone like Boogie doesn't need mental help and mental therapy?
No, I'm just kidding.
Are you telling me it doesn't work for him?
What I'm saying is, if there was a service like BetterHelp that worked, and apparently there is, right? I don't think you should be tearing it down just to get back at Phil DeFranco.
You know why BetterHelp is so bad? If you tell them you're going to commit suicide, they'll send the whole suicide machine right to your house.
Based on what I know, they don't take your information, that like your address or your phone number.
I don't know. I saw somebody saying they're passing your information around.
But, you're actually they do actually. It's optional, but you can put that information in. I think.
Okay.
Like in case of emergency.
They don't do that on their sister app though. That I'm 100% certain.
You know what I want to do? I want to make a prank call. That was the first.
App?
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I use that all the time.
No. There's a BetterHelp app, and they have a sister app called Pride Counseling.
Oh, really?
I don't know about that.
What do you text the fucking counselor? How are you feeling today? Pretty shitty.
All right, well,
my boyfriend won't blow me.
We're really excited to do our new Shot from the Point brand. As you know, we've always wanted to kind of move into advertising agencies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're launching Even Better Help.
The best help.
The best help.
The best help being fucking get over it.
Yeah, that's it. You like that, don't you? Just get over it.
It's BetterHelp if you can find it, that douchebag Phil DeFranco show.
Yeah. Rip Wilson
If I
became.
could get over it, I could.
You know, I tell you something.
Watch
Here's
a
the thing.
YouTube video or two. This is our motto.
Here's the thing. When I saw BetterHelp, when the first thing that went on through my mind when I first started hearing about this scandal, what a great prank call center. And then I felt, because I was like, was there really a free thing? Because I just want to get a bunch of counselors and fuck with them, you know? But then again, I figure they probably call the cops on me. It never works out. But I mean, how many cool BetterHelp calls could you get, you know? Like funny stuff. What's your problem, Eddie? Why are you depressed? I bet it could help you right now. Why were you calling them?
If you don't want to share that, you don't have to.
You don't, but you should.
You really do.
I'm not going back to therapy because I hate it so much.
All right. Well, why did you go in the first place? Because everybody said you're annoying? Because that's why I went to therapy, to be honest with you, because everybody told me I was annoying. So I went to therapy for it.
I guess I could, really get into it, but I don't know if you want to spend the time on that.
No, I just wanted to say something funny so I can make fun of you. But now that you mentioned it, kind of killed the joke. Kid Gonzo, thank you so much for the call. I appreciate it. All right, take care.
Yeah, thanks for talking to me.
All right, man.
Okay, quick shout out to Ricochet for getting my Mean Girls references in the chat. You're the homie.
I don't. You know what? He Ricochet. What, he gay? Come on.
Yeah. We wear pink on Wednesdays. Yeah.
Tommy C doesn't believe in their therapy. Scientologist confirmed. That's right. I love Tom Cruise.
Why is he trapped in the closet, Tommy? Someone let him out.
John Travolta.
John Travolta.
Oh, it's John
I
Travolta.
love John Travolta.
That was the South Park thing. Tom Cruise was
Yeah.
helping John Travolta out of the closet. And they both went in the closet. And they both couldn't come out.
I do believe in therapy, but I don't believe it. I believe you really got to try to get through yourself. I think you need to go if you made the effort and you're still not feeling anything. That's my honest.
Go to a psychiatrist, not a therapist.
I really believe in therapy. I
agree
believe
with
it's a
that,
real
too.
place that exists.
It never really worked for me, because I tell them everything and they just kind of. I had one therapist tell me that I was just an
You have to
asshole.
find the therapy that works better for you. Like some people just talking about their emotions and stuff clicks in their mind. Right?
You know the best
I
therapist I
had
ever
one
had?
therapist. One therapist told me I'm fat. You fucking believe that one?
I had the
She had no
best
idea what she
therapist.
was talking
The
about.
best therapist I ever had. Right. I got arrested for something. I don't want to talk about it right now. I told him I had to get a restraining order and everything. I was a younger man, and I didn't want it to happen again. And I was like, what do I got to do? I can't afford therapy. So, well, they're like, go to Catholic Charities, right? And they did. They came up with something reasonable. I saw a therapist. So I went in there and I pissed and moaned and I blamed everybody else for my fucking problems and for weeks. And, I finally look and say, what am I paying you for? I know it's not a lot of money, but it's like, I just don't feel like I get anything out of this. She goes, you don't? You can leave anytime. I'm like, what kind of therapist are you?
And then the priest walks up to you, puts his hand in.
It wasn't a priest, it was a female. It was a doctor. It was a doctor. And it was just a charity. She worked for a charity organization. So
go
fuck
to
off.
confessionals, Tommy.
What? No, I've been to those. You don't want to go to those. Right.
Yeah.
They
Do you masturbate?
You know what?
Have
You
you
want
been
to
getting
hear that
these
story?
feelings?
You want to hear that, Catholic? You want to hear that story? Because I got a real one.
I've told this multiple times.
Did I tell it with the priest? I was
when you were 11.
My family fell out with the church for a while. I didn't go because you get your communion when you're in second grade, right? Did you get your communion or you're not religious?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I got my communion.
I got my confirmation. I never went back.
So I wasn't 11. I was I guess close to puberty where everybody else was in second grade. Right when I did, so what they did when you're going to get communion, you get to the part where you do your first confession. You go, "Bless me, Father." Willie Max show should know something about this. "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned." This is my first confession, right? And you're trained in
Did
that.
the guy shed a tear and go, "You're too old for me"?
No, and I didn't realize what he was doing until like 15 years later. So here's the problem. I didn't understand what they wanted. So I made up this ridiculous story about stealing milk money, right? Because I didn't really understand. Like, what do you mean? I didn't do anything wrong. Like, what do you mean? Failed you? Fake news, motherfucker! Fake news! There's some fake news drama alert! No tinfoil now! Fake news, motherfucker! You fake news! Hey, guess what? I want you to think about this before I kick you out of the channel. You watch my streams. I don't watch yours. Bye! Fake news, motherfucker!
Hit a button, monkey! Come on! Hit the button!
Fake news. So anyway, our caller line called it. So anyway, Keem coming to relevant channels daily. And you know what? The one thing he's right about, no one's ever going to find out the truth.
Oh, shit. We got a caller. Wings Redemption, you're live.
Go ahead.
I like Keemstar. I wish he would get in a car wreck.
That's terrible.
I literally do. I wish he's the only person I can think of right now I wish would literally die.
Terrible.
Wings.
Terrible.
Damn.
Did he get a news story wrong about...
Condone!
Love Wings of Redemption. Do you know that you can go to Wings of Redemption's Twitch channel, and you can go to Wings of Redemption's Twitch channel, and there's just like they have new stuff. It's not just in the Sean Ranklin stuff. It's constant. It's daily, and it never stops. And I don't think he's trolling. Well, anyway, story. So I go to the priest. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. This is my first confession, right? And they said, "Wait," and I told him this bullshit story about stealing milk. And he looks at me and he goes, "Do you have anything else to tell me?" And I'm like, oh my God, he figured out I was bullshitting him, right? Oh, look at hey, fucking take that one. Reported. Yeah, sure. Oh, reported? All right, bye, Mundane Matt.
Oh, God.
Okay, Mundane Matt. No, that wasn't a joke. You should flag Wings of Redemption. Mundane Keem.
Show him Daniel Feinstein right now.
Actually, what you should do, Keem, is flag my birthday stream because we bullied you like a bitch for hours. It was great. Tommy, let Matt shit go. You're showing your age. Tell that to fucking Ralph. God, are they still riding that over there?
The Kumite. I took down.
Do you see the new Coach Redfield one?
What's it? Oh, he did one on Monday, Matt. They're not done with it.
Oh no, he did one on Monday Matt before. It's called Mundane Cash, which is why I flagged the Kumite. The other one is a parody of the man who sold the world, the coach who sold the world.
I saw that one. That was good. He liked that one though. Yeah. He sent me that one. Coach Redfield liked that one. Yeah.
Wasn't that the one where it said, "This is the first time I made a video on somebody that they actually liked"?
Finish the story. Okay, finish the story. All right. So anyway, I got to finish the story because everybody wants to know about the weird priest. And he said to me, he goes, "Do you have anything else to say?" I can't believe this guy figured out I was fucking bullshitting him, you know. And I got nervous because I thought I was going to go to hell, you know. I realized the irony of lying in your first fucking confession. That's really ironic if you think about it, you know. And then I said to him, I was like, well, I really don't know what to tell you. I really feel bad for what I did. And he goes, you do, and you can do 10 rosaries. But is there anything else? And then he asked me, he talked about, do you have feelings? And I'm like, what? And I was like 11 or 12.
Oh, you're a sociopath.
Yeah, you have feelings. You have feelings.
No, Shane Dawson. No, I don't.
And then he mentions, he goes, do you have a girlfriend? And I said, I'm like 11 or 12. No, I don't have a girl. I didn't think about girls. I was thinking about G.I. Joe and shit.
Tell me what you're
wearing.
And
then he kept on going. He kept on going and going and going and going. I'm fine. I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of there. First and last confession, by the way. And then I'm like 25 years old, right? All right, fast forward almost 20 years, and I'm thinking about this weird situation. I'm like, he wanted me to talk about me jerking off, so I get off. Feelings, girls, I'm like, unbelievable, right? And I was one of those guys. I was one of those guys that if you said something lousy about the Catholic Church, I would say that's not fair. That doesn't happen. Those things are unusual. And I didn't even realize that it actually happened to me. Somebody tried to get me to talk about something I wasn't even old enough to do. Like, that's how fucked up it is. I don't care what religion. Get out of it. Get your kids out of it. Get out of it.
Completely. The fucking priest is in there. He's like,
now finish the therapist story.
You ever been with a guy who's middle-aged and is pseudo-married to Jesus?
Yeah. Now I gotta finish. You guys keep interrupting me. Suing Tommy for 50. Make him bankrupt. Yeah, that'll do it. The Axis of Evil podcast. Hey, that never got going, did it? I can always imagine how that was going. So, great. Leafy, you gonna be there? Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, man, we'll be there.
All right, the therapist story was simple. So the therapist story was simple. What she did, it was just kind of funny. And I said, why am I paying you? She goes, why are you paying me? And I'm like, well, you're supposed to be helping me, right? I go, have you even thought about therapy? Like, what have you thought about it? Come here and tell you. I said, but you've thought about it, right? And I was like, I don't understand what you mean. All right. I go, how about this? Why don't you do your job? Why don't you tell me what my problem is? She looked me right in the fucking eye, and I go, it's kind of simple. You're an asshole.
Wow, that sounds like someone you'd find at Betterhelp, bro.
You know why? That was the best thing. I stormed out of there. I kicked the fucking thing, and about 10 hours later, I was like, that woman's right. I'm complaining all the time. I'm crying about bullshit. I gotta fucking take control of shit and do shit myself. That was the best fucking advice because it like, all right, we all call each other assholes, but she fucking meant it. And I was just fucking crying and complaining about my place in life instead of doing anything about it. Wonderful, wonderful. And
that's when Tommy looked the fucking camera in the eyes and went, "I'm gonna start a podcast, and I'm gonna be mean to everybody."
Yeah.
Tommy seized Holden Caulfield moment.
It's a great, my Holden Caulfield's my favorite.
That's when Tommy ordered a prostitute to play the fucking board games with him.
It's funny you say that. I fucking walked out the door. It's like, what a phony. These people are all phonies. Phonies. It's like Holden Caulfield. What a bunch of phonies. Why did I get arrested? I'll call. I don't know. Make a phone call. Oh, fuck off. You have to ask me. DJ Bounce. Let's go through a few calls. Not ready. Is he 1, 2, 3? Not ready. Check if your mic works.
Told you gotta go.
Sniper Lord.
No, not right now.
Oh, hello.
You don't have to go right now? Okay. You can split if you want. All right, Sniper Lord, you're on the air. Go ahead. Shoot.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Keep it quick, though. We got to end the show.
Oh, yeah. The question was about the Defranco situation. Even though you thought it's not as big as a scam as they picture it on YouTube.
I don't think it's a scam at all. I want to make clear about this. I don't think it's a scam at all. I think it's piss poor business practices.
A bad business move.
Yes, it's incompetent business practice with a little bit of shade. That's what I'm calling it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but the question to you is, if you know, what did Philly D do to Keem for Keemstar to go?
I don't know about that. I don't know. That I don't know, and I usually do know.
Had a hard on for this guy for fucking years.
Actually,
I've said this before.
You know what he did? He was popular. People like him. People listen to him, and Keemstar doesn't like that.
Wait, hold up. My main sort of I think Keemstar has a small dick complex. I've been on Grindr long enough to realize that. But I also think it's because he ran the Leafy attack videos that targeted Keemstar when they were happening at the time. So I think
did he? That might be. That makes sense because that's something that would piss him off. But he never bitched about it to me. So I don't know. I don't know for a fact.
But I also thought that maybe because Philly D would sometimes criticize him or whatever. But that's what Keemstar does. Whenever someone is against him, he will like, oh, so you're against me? I'm going to show you what fucking Drama Channel can do or whatever. And I think that of all the people that he turned down, for some fucking reason, he can't kill you no matter what.
Because I had nothing to begin with. You can't take away nothing when you don't have anything. You can't take anything away if you don't have anything to begin with. Nothing. Here's another thing. I just realized this today. I've been doing this since 2012, and I did it for nothing. And the only reason I did it for nothing, and I did it while I worked, and I did it once a week, and I loved it. And I had 10 people in my live streams tops, right? And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. You know, I remember when I got over 50, I would be over the fucking moon. You know, we had 50 people in there. You know, so I mean, that's another reason why I won't stop. I may stop doing it as a job, right? I won't stop because I kind of dig it to begin with. You know, I mean, it's cool.
It's your choice, really. Yeah. Like for all people in general, if you want to do something, just do it because you want to.
How about this?
Listen what others have to say.
I think Keem's a sociopath, and one of the things that comes along with the psychopathy is not being able to take a slight. You can't even make fun of him. You can't even make a joke about him. He never forgets anything, and that's something I can testify to because I did work with him. We'll leave it at that. I'm gonna get some other calls, all right? I'm not gonna bash him.
One last thing. Quick. You know what would make your day?
What's that?
If Billy the Fridge, the Leviathan, came naked at him, sat on him, and said, "Who's your daddy, boy?"
No, I don't know. I think they're friends now, but I think at one time that was a real possibility because they didn't always get along. Yeah. All right, take care, buddy. Take care of yourself.
Good time,
all right, I'll get to you, Illuminati. Hang on, but you know you're kind of on the team. So DJ Bounce didn't make it. Flacco, you've been on already.
No. Yeah.
Flacco's been on already. Sniper Lord, we just had. I guess Illuminati, you're on. What's up, sweetheart? How you doing?
Stop fucking cutting me off!
Thank you so much, Gritty. Maybe Tobes is right. He might be jealous because Philly has a big D.
hey, we don't like those mascots up in this place. Get rid of Gritty.
You ready to get filled in? Who didn't somebody tell Phil, like, isn't that a little too sexual, getting filled in?
No, he does that on purpose.
Yeah, his MLG hose.
I mean, he used to be Sexy Phil, so
yeah,
he was called
Our
Sexy. That's
lovely
right. He was
lady of the
called.
day.
Why was he called Sexy Phil?
That was his original.
that was
YouTube
his
name.
original username.
Sexy Phil. SFTP Phil.
Yeah.
Why would a dork like him be so confident to call himself Sexy Phil?
I don't, dude. Have you watched Philip DeFranco's old videos?
No.
They're great.
Oh my god. Yeah, they are.
Can somebody send me one?
Holy shit.
Can somebody send me?
I love it when he goes on. He goes,
Hold on, I'll find it.
God, that's the kind of thing that makes my wife not like what I do at work. Something like that. When he's showing these fucking the curves on the girls and shit like that.
Yeah.
We
He's
covered
in
a
his-
lovely lady of the day because I found out it was insensitive.
Yeah. Yeah.
He would use the girls in the thumbnails back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I don't know what this one's about, but here's one of his old ones. It's like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay, that's perfect.
I found one where he goes, so he saw that the channel went down today, and I thought I was going to wake up and go, what could I say that's racist today? But apparently my YouTube channel was taken down, so I'm going to have to worry about that. But don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
Well, you know what? You know what I think? You know, calling back that other caller before. I don't even know why I'm thinking about this, trying to get in Danny's mind. You know what else might? Phil acts like he's above YouTube drama often. That could really tick off Keem because he takes what he does pretty seriously. Did you send me that video yet? Send it to me.
It's in the news chat.
It's in the news? Oh, don't do that. Always send it to me direct when I'm live. All right. Oh, here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you didn't know that. Is It Worth It by Phil DeFranco?
I think it's about pro-lifers and pro-choice.
Oh God.
No. Big boobs. No. This one's my favorite. No.
Okay. This one's good?
Did you find?
No. I'm about to send you my favorite one.
All right.
Okay, find the edgy one.
Find an edgy one?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right.
I just big boobs and you. That's definitely more our style.
Yes! It starts off with,
Video
this is
involves
the news
treating one of
show.
my pieces of meat. So if you're easily offended, please exit the video, leave the room, and go lick some vagina, you dirty little feminist rug monster.
You dirty little feminist whore!
I think I got a new sound clip.
I'll be honest.
He disabled the ratings! Well, you're getting a big old like from me, Philly boy!
What about I Justine punched me in the face 9 years ago?
That's so funny.
I'm a big fan of big
How I met
boobs.
my
Not my
girlfriend.
thing.
Man,
if you
when
can fill a martini
clickbait was
glass with one of
good.
them, I'll take that straight up, no problem, any day. Hell, if you're nice.
I could see why he cakes the makeup on because he really had a baby face when he was a baby.
I'll even throw in a twist for free. But if you can break the martini glass, probably not my type. Now I know. There's gonna be a lot of big-breasted ladies out there, and they're gonna be like, Phil, you're gonna like my girls, my tatas, my bodacious Bahama mamas, my watermelon jubblies, or whatever crazy phrases you girls use.
This looks like a fucking video DeOrio sent me. This is what I did back when I was in college. You know, I mean, this
Is this
is
Super Seducer?
Super Super.
Tommy, click on what I just sent you.
Hold on,
It's
just-
newer. It's newer.
Really newer. There we go. Top 10 sexy lazy of ladies of 2014. Peggy 16. Sexy ladies of 2014. Jesus Christ!
I
It's only 4
I
years
got
ago.
lightheaded.
There we go. Oh, that's where the monkey comes from, huh?
Nation, I hope you're having a good one. Today, I bring you a video that is always the most requested video of the year, and that is the Sexy List
Not
for
anymore.
2014. We covered a lot of sexy
So lick some vagina, you feminist horse.
2014. Sometimes it was The Secret Link, sometimes it was Jessica Negri. And the top sexy list was a hard thing to come up with, so I want to thank all of the hardworking people here that went through all this.
This guy's got 1 million subs.
Sexy posts, all the people at home that went along with those posts and recommended their favorites. I know it was probably an exhausting task, but you cared about the work, changing lives.
Has he ever been funny a day?
No.
Here, people.
It's
Well,
only
enough-
ironic.
Well, that feminist comment, that was funny.
I saw something in my
Not
fucking
deliberately.
college. He was wearing a "Don't be stupid" t-shirt, and I just fucking stared at him. I'm like, why? Why are you wearing this guy's
Hey,
weird?
excuse you, fucker.
My stupid sarcastic face. Here is the top sexy of 2014 according to you.
What was that with the in the background. I'm Italian.
Bugs.
That was great. And next we have our lovely lady of the day. I know we have not done that recently. Actress and Viner, Miss Julia Kelly. Who, if you'd like to
They had Vine back in 2007? I didn't know that. Oh, 2014. Okay.
see more of it, I would gallery for your enjoyment and or research down below. The last bit of awesome today will be our
research
lady
Go change your clothes. Run to the closet and change your clothes.
of the day, thanks to Complex Magazine. That's because they had an awesome, colorful poppy photo shoot with Ashley Benson, and wow, they are a good time. Not enough to make me actually care about watching Pretty Little Liars.
Too big of boobs, huh?
But still, top-notch. Complex, if you'd like to see Ashley or any of the things I shared or talked about in today's video, of course, the link's in the description down below. Nation, the last bit of awesome today is a lovely lady of the day segment. Reason being is the internet made me aware yesterday that a model by the name...
Man, why? Jesus, why? I'd watch that.
This video is just, he's just cutting up his old episodes just for that one segment.
That's so weird.
That's all he's doing.
He's got 500,000 views. Have a safe
It's
New
a very requested feature, not in 2018, it's not.
Here it goes.
I wonder why.
Have
It
a
should
safe New Year's Eve, Philly D. And
Wait, what about the Phil? What did he say in the Philip DeFranco one?
He said, Philly D said, have a safe New Year's. Phil DeFranco, he said, and here's the sexy. Bring on the sexy. Philly sexy.
Oh, God. I'm uncomfortable.
He did multiple of those. That's what he does.
No, it's the top requested video of the entire year, Holmes. Everybody wants to see a rundown.
You know what I really
of
want?
those already beat to.
I'm just waiting for why I'm suing Keemstar video. That's the one I want to see. You want to talk about
Bring it
a big
on!
fucking laugh over here. Jesus Christ. Why why anything reviews can't travel to the States again? Because a multi-billionaire sued you. Don't think it can happen? Talk to Sargon of Akkad, fuckface. Thank you so much.
$10.
Wait, people really care if Keem hates Phil. I gotta be honest, yeah. I'm not doing my show, doing my job. I don't. I think he's crazy. It's just my thing. Do you think he hates him because unlike anyone else, he can start drama, but they all say his name, but Phil will never say his name because I think that might I think you're right onto something. Yes, I do. It's like he's above YouTube drama. I don't. I tell you something. That's what I do. And I don't care if people think they're above it. It doesn't bother me one. Maybe because I don't live this shit 24/7. I don't know.
I mean, now he's in the middle of it, so he can't really escape.
Yeah. I live. Yeah, I guess. But I escape. I do this 24/7, right? This is my deal. But I turn it off when I'm off duty. I don't think he does that. I don't know. I don't care much about perplexing. It seems to come out of nowhere. Well, he's crazy.
It's got to be a stressful life.
Yeah. Well, Coke helps.
It's mentally exhausting. There's a lot of bullshit online.
Coke helps, sweetheart.
Coke.
All right, let's first of all, let's do some. I want to do some shout outs real quick. Our buddy Tobes has to go. He has to go help Dead on Dave. I'm going to send you all the Dead on Dave stream. He's probably covering this stupid stuff and a whole lot more in ways that Dead on Dave only can. Greenish Rainbow, Gamer J Lee, Rex Ruin, thanks so much. Corey Rogers with the Patreon, Chris the Fish with the Patreon, Pikachu King, Lulu, Tim Raw, Chris the Fish, Bunny Blood. And Gritty, thanks so much for your very generous donations. And
look for Sunday. Jeff's going to be doing his challenge.
Jeff's in the description box below. I don't know anything about the challenge. I don't think I accepted it, right?
You didn't. Dave did it. The SFTP fucking
challenge.
Before and after challenge. The weight loss challenge.
I don't want to do that. I guess I have.
Well, neither do I. Moving on.
Make sure you check Tobes in the description box, Nick's in the description box, and I hope you enjoyed the show.
Follow me on Twitter.
What's that?
Follow me on Twitter.
Follow you on Twitter. Follow the SFTP News on Twitter. Friday, there'll be a new episode of Shot for the Point News on this channel. This has been Shot for the Point Extra. Tomorrow, main channel, Tommy C's SFTP. See ya, 3 p.m. Bye.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you bout catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me.
N-words.
My legs like she bout to catch a pedigree. Chi-town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm shit.
I want you to die straight if Tommy C died of AIDS. I'd be so happy if he died of AIDS because I have it.